2013 is when we ran our first week-long series on addiction. And that started because we were looking at something as innocuous as police logs and noticing discarded needles. We started noticing lots of discarded needles mentioned in the police logs all over town, whether it's convenience store bathrooms or on the sidewalks. And
needles are often used as a way to inject the drugs.
Absolutely. So it's an injection problem. So people using heroin and injecting it were discarding their needles all over the town.
So Attorney Merrigan, now Greenfield is among 30 communities in the state, and I know that you have verbal agreements with at least 30 more. And so the Massachusetts Opioid Litigation Attorneys has been formed as a result of this. I noticed in the filing that you're seeking damages not only for what's happened in the past, but for future. Why that approach?
Sure. The past damages recognize that currently Greenfield and the other plaintiffs are spending money on law enforcement, on emergency services, on some social services, on some education prevention services, and those are past damages. But the theory is that the misconduct, the serious misconduct of the manufacturers and distributors have created an epidemic that equates with a nuisance, which is a cause of action in the law. And so one of the theories of the case is that we are seeking damages for nuisance. And nuisance damages are abatement damages. So we're looking for funds to abate the blight of the epidemic in each community, which means what will it cost this particular municipality to establish treatment programs, housing programs, recovery programs, education programs, and prevention programs. So it's looking to undo the effects of the opioid epidemic in the community by getting future funding.
But I could see pharmaceutical companies looking at this and saying, this was a medicine that we developed as a tool for communities to use. It's not our right or responsibility for how that tool is used.
Pharmaceutical companies were providing medication for the communities is fine, and they did, but they didn't abide by the law. The Controlled Substance Act was violated. It's been brought before the courts over and over again. There's been admission and confessions to the point that there's monetary damages by the pharmaceutical companies to different plaintiffs. So they didn't follow the rules, and that's the accountability that we're looking for, is that, yes, you've done this, but you didn't follow the rules. The results of not following the rules has caused our community and our families a lot of pain and agony.
Now, I think about tobacco when I look at cases, large cases that have been brought by a number of communities, as looks to be the case now. Is this series of litigation modeled after what happened around big tobacco?
It isn't. It isn't. It's different in that a lot of the tobacco litigation was led by individual states. What's different here is that the litigation is led by each individual plaintiff. This is not a class action. This is an individual plaintiff per city or town, and the recovery that they will realize will go into their own treasury. It won't pass to the state. They'll have complete control over those funds in accordance with the terms of the settlement.
Tom, why aren't states getting involved in this?
Well, the states, well, in some states are. West Virginia was very active. Oklahoma, I think, is very active, and some of the others are. But they don't have the standing to bring a claim on behalf of the city of Greenfield for the cost to Greenfield's police department from picking up the needles, from responding to overdoses, for taking people to court on Section 35 petitions. They don't have the responsibility for funding the programs in the school system that might teach prevention and education to children. They also won't have the same incentive that Greenfield will as an individual plaintiff to obtain funding to create a halfway house for families or to create a recovery center. So some states are very involved, and some of the attorney generals are looking behind the scenes, I think, to try and reach a settlement, but it's not going to benefit a municipality the way in which this would, which is what is different about this in the tobacco litigation.
I know there was a federal settlement that was a $35 million payout. Any sense of how much money you think that this case could result in and how long it will take for it to go through the process?
Well, let me address the second question first. The judge who has been assigned to manage this case in the federal courts has He was appointed at the end of November, and he has aggressively pulled the people together and said, we're going to settle this. He's appointed a settlement team. So I think it'll happen quite quickly. And by that I mean in a year or two. You know, I've heard some people say this is a $1 trillion case. That's illustrated with the fact that there is billions of dollars at stake here for potential recovery. These pharmaceutical and distributor companies are making billions and billions and billions of dollars.